Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Terp Talk Tuesday.
What's up,
How's
IG?
it going?
You can see both of us. We figured it out.
We are both there on IG.
Switching things up a little bit here. I can just stare at you for a
I know
change.
I'm not
It's
turning
weird.
over
I know.
constantly over to the side, you know?
It's weird a little bit. I don't even know. Should I look at you? Like,
Hey, it's
should I still
groovy.
look to the side? Really why we had to do this is because Kilo said he needed to come join us more, so we got rid of Dave's spot. So Kilo took the spot, just so you know, my dog's in Kilo's spot now. Still being used. My dog's our third partner in crime behind us.
Kilo!
What's up, Derek? How's it going, fam? Give us a little bit to get used to this new setup, because I'm still confused. So give me a little bit.
What up,
We're gonna
Blunt?
figure it
What
out.
up, Blunt Grunt? What up, Joe Clark Base? What's going on, you guys on YouTube? I mean, IG. If you want to see the full production, hop over to our YouTube channel, where Groovy's going to be always pulling up lower thirds and all different types of questions throughout the evening too. So, but yeah, what's going on, everybody? What's everyone smoking on and dabbing on today?
Right? Yeah. What is everyone dabbing and smoking on for sure?
We saw a couple folks last night. We went live for Michigan celebrating 3 years of
Which is sweet.
being adult use, which is a huge big deal for us here in the Michigan state because not everyone has adult use. So that was pretty cool celebrating that last night. I'm glad we did an impromptu live stream last night. So anyone that tuned into that, I appreciate everybody.
Yeah, no, it was a nice little sesh.
We were about a half hour. I think we did about a half hour live. Smoked. I think we just smoked a joint and you dabbed it up. Right.
No, it was great.
So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, and let's talk about our episodes about the drop, dude, because that Jane West episode, I'm pumped for.
That is dropping actually tomorrow.
One of the biggest female advocates in the game, and we got to talk to her, and she was great. Great conversation. I love talking to her. Thank you, Jane, if you're listening.
Yeah, no, it was great. She had some stuff happen to her back in early Colorado days, involved in a raid doing a consumption event, and which turned her tables, which put her more into the cannabis industry. She founded Women Grow, and now she currently runs Shop Jane West, and she has her own product line, like dugouts, one hitters, which are pretty unique because they're for like multi-purpose strains, so you can smoke one or two, actually two strains instead of one. No, compared 100%. To your other dugouts or one hitters.
Oh, and they were unique design. They're not the traditional wood
We got some
ones,
Larry OG on IG.
Nice,
that's
dude.
A classic.
Nice.
Right
I love that. Larry OG. I dig me some Larry. That's one of my favorite genetics. Larry OG is actually in GMO. So, fun fact.
That's probably why you love it so much.
I mean, sometimes that is a thing. Sometimes it's not. So, but yeah, definitely for that one. What's up?
The ashtray.
Oh, for sure. Sorry. Here you go. Yeah, sorry, you're seeing the new setup, so this is what we're doing there.
Yeah.
Not getting any comments, but I do see y'all commenting, so I appreciate it. I'm not getting them for some reason. So,
what up to everyone on IG, YouTube, everywhere we're at? We are smoking a backwood this evening. It's a hodgepodge. I would say, like Groovy likes to say, where it's a couple different strains in one. We got Runts, Rainbow Chip, and Buckin' Runts. I remember I was going to ask you, but I didn't really tell you what I was putting in the blunt.
I have no idea. Weed? Like, I don't... For me, personally, I have no idea what's going on, so thanks.
That's hilarious, but...
Well, as far as what's in the blunt, you know what I'm saying?
I hope the blunt goes good, and it doesn't fall apart. Usually every time I roll one for the Terp Talks or something, the blunts fall apart, but when I'm at my house and I roll a blunt, it's like a frickin' pearl. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm glad this is like one of the first ones you roll really fire. Sorry, everyone. I know Canada's taking the conversation. I will be right there. I was getting all set up. This is all so new to me. I'm loving it. Challenge accepted.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea switching it up, man. Doing it like this. Oh, some mango gummies.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'm just getting all my stuff situated as well, too, man.
Yeah, but so we'll talk about the episode a little bit. We're getting into phenotypes and genotypes and the differences, and I'm going to be honest with you, when I read about this, I learned so much, and I'm so excited to have this conversation with you specifically, Dave, because I feel like there's so much to learn and talk about, and how much I misunderstood, how much I thought phenotypes was just, essentially, I thought phenotypes was genotypes for the longest time, and
And they're not.
They're very different, but they do kind of affect each other. You know what I'm saying? In some way, right? And so genotypes is the genetics. I guess the exact definition I could give it to you here, but is the individual's collections of genes. So it's just like our genetics specifically, what's inside us, like what's inside the plant, what's inside these specific strains. When you get down to different phenotypes, different genotypes, these different phenos, is really has to do with so much more, Dave. And I mean, it blew my mind because it's like environment, it's genotype, it's all the genotype interactions. Like and that makes the phenotype, like how it's raised. It's not just the seedling, that's the genotype. And that's what blew my mind because I didn't know that.
Genotypes like our DNA is a genetic trait pretty much, right?
Right.
The phenotype comes out based on the environmental factors and everything else.
100%.
Phenotypes play a huge role in the cannabis industry. I mean, if you think of Gelato 33, that was their 33rd pheno out of their pheno run that they did that they liked that resembled gelato the best, you know? So both of them play a pretty important role within cannabis. And the more we can go back to the landrace strains, you're going to have more of the stable, I believe. Those are like the upper echelon genetics, right?
Right.
Because those are where everything came from. All the genetic,
everything else came down the line.
Those
landrace streams, like they teach you so much because like I didn't know when they were talking about Hindu Kush. Hindu Kush is not like just a name for cannabis. It's the Hindu Kush region of Pakistan, and that area is what gives that landrace strain that phenotype, is that environment, that genetic. So it's that specifically, and that's kind of how the environment plays a factor.
It does. And it's interesting something like this.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was like, I gotta reach over and go grab that.
Everyone's probably used to me looking over to the left. They're like, well, that's what Groovy's face looks like. Damn, let's go back to just the right side. Ugh. Stick to my good side.
I know.
Oh, what up, Medical Mondays? What up, though?
You're telling me, man. You're telling me. Go
Peanut
back.
butter gelato vape. Nice, John.
That sounds pretty tasty.
Yeah, that's tight.
Peanut butter gelato.
I haven't had it. I'm assuming it's peanut butter breath crossed with like some type of gelato.
Gelato 33.
Like, I don't know. Oh, is it?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
I was just saying
mug.
it. I was just saying it because we were just talking about Gelato 33 and the pheno.
Right. I feel you. Yeah. Sorry.
But that's funny.
Yo.
I don't know. I just think you have a good sound.
Damn, Medical Mondays hit me with a burn.
Damn.
You know what, though? I'll just do it. Hashtag fuck you, Berg. I'm just kidding. That's playing, though. I'm just playing. Just that's, I love you, man. It's funny as fuck, though.
That is great, dude. That was great.
I was going to say, I have some Hindu Zittles from MI Terpenes. That's what's up. And
That'd
that's
be interesting to taste.
So that's what's interesting.
Old school,
and,
new
as
school.
but what we were talking about earlier, which really blew my mind, is some of these plants want and crave that natural born environment when they're landrace streams. Like, and as you get into this hybridization, like the more and more we crossbreed, it seems like the environment isn't perfect. It's new, right? It's a new environment that it desires, because now we're pulling sativas that are used to like all this sun, and then we're putting them inside, right? And it's just like we're changing phenotypes completely compared to how they used to be, because they were all based on its real environment, not the man-made created environment. And that's what makes everyone's Gelato 33 taste different, because it's how you grew it. And that's why cultivation plays such a big key.
Cultivators, yeah. Also, like,
and this all plays into terpenes, man.
Like what you were just saying is key, because like we have a buddy who has Acapulco Gold, right? So Acapulco Gold's one of the landrace strains.
Right.
Throwback, one of the like best genetics out there, and it's done great outdoors. Did it outdoors this year, came out phenomenal.
Right.
But also was ran it indoors a couple times. The plant seemed to love the outdoor growing environment more than his indoor climate. The plant just grew better.
Colors. That's crazy. I mean, I get, so like, let's think, Acapulco Gold, it wants that warmer climate. It wants the sun, right? Especially because that's how it came to be, right? So I guess that makes sense. But it is weird, because you always think indoor must be better because it's man-made, blah, 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 blah. It's not necessarily like that in this sense, and it's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because like deep down the genetic traits are probably going more towards it likes the warmer outdoor climate. That's how that's how it started, was outdoors. It's not like people
Yeah,
are grown
right,
with
right,
LED,
right,
1,000-watt
right.
LEDs or
No, I hear you,
double-ended
I hear you.
LEDs or double-ended HPS, excuse me, double-ended HPS in a grow room that's, you're pumping in CO2. It's on a drip feeder where it's getting the exact amount of the like feeding you need.
Oh, shit.
So like times that for growing those strains are completely different, right? Like
That's true. Yeah, I feel that.
those strains are just used to getting rainwater. And that's how they adapted back in the day, right?
But is this also why you think all this hybridization, why they have trouble outdoor?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have a natural environment. You got to kind of find it. There's no like natural environment on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You're talking about like other genetics going from indoor to outdoor?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I've never done outdoor, so I don't know how my genetics personally would do in the outdoor environment.
Right.
I've never grown outdoors. I've been to outdoor grows. I've seen people's. I've just haven't experienced that yet. Like I know there's different pests and different problems you're gonna go with, but I've heard though from multiple growers though that some strains do grow better outdoors compared to they growing indoors, or vice versa. They grow better indoors than they do
Right. No,
outdoors.
I feel
So it's
that.
not like it's always better outdoors. No. Both ways. So I would love to try rainbow chip outdoors, or like I don't know, the Baker's dozen or something, just throw those outdoors. Maybe we'll do a science experiment next year.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
It just see how it goes. If there is any difference.
Well, no, I just want to bring up this comment.
And do them both in living soil too, so the base is the exact same.
John brought up an interesting statement.
Yeah, go.
And I mean, first off, it's kind of cool, kind of sucks. He found Acapulco Gold down in Florida, but it's 16/8. And I feel you on that. I just want to buy it for the fuck of it. Because if I saw a lemon skunk right now, I'd buy it.
Dude, if I saw skunk number 1, I'd buy it.
Oh, I'd buy it. How much you have? And then I check my bank account. No, I'm just kidding. I'd be like, Dave, we got to get as much as we can. I hope there's a Hermit seed in here.
Challenge accepted.
You know what I mean?
Let's
I hope
buy it all.
Isn't that isn't shitty.
No, that'd be awesome.
No,
though.
but like that's kind of the thing is like these landrace streams are more rare, and these are the things I would pay high price for, not whatever cool packaging branding you got going on.
Well, if it's looking and smells or anything like the traits of it, yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
But like, you're not gonna pay more. Like, the skunk number 1 to me is nostalgic. I haven't had that in forever. So me, I would pay the 60. Acapulco, yeah, 60. I would try it. But like,
hell yeah,
you're not gonna be able to continue buying it, and that's what still sucks about the high prices in general. Like, because if say Acapulco Gold's your go-to strain, what if that gives you the munchies, or that helps with your bad ankle, and it does it to a good job? You're gonna want to smoke that strain all the time.
Say you have stomach issues and it settles it. Right?
Yeah. You're going to want that strain. And if you can't get that strain all the time, you have to find a different strain, because no one can. $60 an eighth is very expensive. Like, for a smoker like me, smoker like you, that's very expensive. Like, that's not fair. Even if it's on the medical side, that's pretty high for some medicine.
Dude, way too much for medicine.
So if
Are you serious? Like, that is way too for someone who has an ailment. So, not all patients, are, necessarily, crippled by their ailments, right? It could be mental stress. It could be other things, right? So they don't need to they're not debilitated, I should say.
Right.
Crippled's the wrong word. But, so to me, it's like, but it's still, there's a lot of those people out there that are, and it blows my mind that they think they can upcharge the medical people. Are you serious? That's why we need the caregiver system. That's why we need, cheaper prices of the dispos on solid buds. But I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna have. That's why I always told you, man. We need open market. We need both, because both need to exist for everyone to be happy.
Oh, 100%.
Because to be honest, dude, we like we saw in Vegas, man. A lot of people out there don't care about phenotype, don't care about terpene. They're just like, what is the cheapest and what's gonna get me high? And that's unfortunate. But those aren't necessarily.
Those aren't your connoisseurs, though, in my opinion. Your connoisseurs.
Exactly.
Connoisseurs,
dude.
we call
There's
it
still people out there that drink Bud Light. I don't drink it. You know what I mean?
Budweiser dropped an NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost bought it just because people will want that in like years. People want to pay high money for that.
Dude, Medical Monday said they had Acapulco Gold in Vegas, and it was trash. I mean, dude, there was there was some cultivators out there that were trash.
Yeah, weren't good. Yeah, no, agreed.
Yeah. But there were some RA ones.
But see, that's why I would have to try it again, Acapulco Gold. Because if you had a bad experience, you'd want to try it one more time.
But this is why I digress.
Right?
Is you have to try these strains more than once, because what if it's a different phenotype? What if it was grown outdoor? What if it was grown indoor? What if there was like completely different things? Because when we're talking,
what if the cultivator just wasn't good at cultivator?
Right. That's true. Because it's like it says that phenotype is defined by the physical expression of the genotype, right? So it's like what it looks like, how it grows up, like all that other thing, color, smell, all these things play into your phenotype. But like, how many times have you got, like, I've got GMO that tasted like musky lemon, citrusy type of thing.
Remember like GMO 5 or GMO 6 or something?
Yeah, and it tastes completely different. Different.
Yeah, it does not remind me
not
of
even like what I wanted. You know?
No.
It's nothing like what I wanted, so.
And I think that does make the difference when you're looking at the phenos and everything, exactly. You know? Like, you're going to want to find the right one that resembles the strain the most, or what the, like garlic cookies, GMO, what's going to resemble that the most. So, yeah, that wasn't my favorite. Like, but then you did have like GGG, what was it, GG5? Or is it GG6? But then wasn't there another GG after GG4 that was pretty popular?
Five I had a couple times, but I don't know if it was popular per se. It was just kind of.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that. I would have preferred GG4, in my opinion. I like that specific pheno. So.
Yeah, no, that's kind of why it was nice to have all these numbers, but then the issue is people were just taking it and rebranding it, or taking a seed and be like, that's number 4. Like, nah, maybe. You don't know. If the phenotype's not the taste that original one was, it's not. That's why pheno hunting, I feel like, is such an important and big thing, because it's like finding that right flavor is huge,
I think that's kiwi. That's one of the main things. You're like, if you're
looking. You say that's kiwi?
Key. I love kiwi.
I was going to say that's wow. No, I thought I you love said kiwi. Never mind. Just go ahead.
Can we get some kiwi? No, but I was saying, like, if you're doing a pheno hunt, in my opinion, like, what if you're doing it, I know Groovy, you're not a grower, so what would you look for in a pheno hunt out of specific traits? Would you want like smell, aroma, resin production, weight?
So for me personally, if I was talking phenotypes, I would want it to taste like the one that is, like, I would say the most true to the flavor. Like, I don't want to go get some GG4 and it tastes citrusy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. It
should be like Mercy out the ass. You know what I mean?
Yep. 100%.
Some spiciness to it, but like so that's what I guess what I'm trying to do is trying to find a pheno hunt to one that's a little bit more true to that specific genetic, or that known strain. Excuse me, because I'm using the words wrong, man. So I'm saying these phenotypes we learned so much about.
I would want to go with similar smell and if taste after you try it, in my opinion. Obviously, you're going to look at the growth of the plant too. You want to see how it grows.
Right, 100%.
You're going to want a vigorously growth plant that's like good, builds good, strong stems and stuff. You're not going to want to get a weak, fragile plant, even if it has like a good taste or something, because then the plant's just going to be bad overall. It's going to be a lot more work. Shit. So those are one things. But the taste and smell would be like 2 main factors that you would want. And going through it, and you come up with like we said, GG5 for instance, and it's like nowhere near the 4 Gorilla Glue. To me, it's just like it doesn't even resemble Gorilla Glue or nothing. So it's like not something for me.
I hear you. No, I hear that. That's what's. But that's the problem, though, right? And then think about it. Just if it's not the right phenotype, are you really going to come back and get it again? Like, that's
not that specific strain, because you need that.
That's what I'm saying. Why even cultivate the wrong ones? That's what I'm saying. Like, really, it does take pheno hunting, but that's the problem. Sometimes people don't.
But I think that's where it goes down to the breeder. A lot of the breeders do it, and then some cultivators like me, I would just be buying the seeds and I'm going off what they had. If one day I would love to do my own crossbreeding, you know what I'm saying? But I would want to get some steady genetics and get one that's like great. I don't even know what I'd want to start crossing.
Oh, interesting. Medical Monday said GG13 might be coming back around. That's crazy.
GG13's not a strain. You're thinking of G13. G13's the government strain.
Oh, that's what I meant was G13. Well, he typed GG13. That threw me off. Sorry. He's saying Gorilla Glue 13 was going around.
Oh, so that's just thrown on. That's like another.
It's just like a new taste. Like, what is it? Like, what? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm getting so frustrated. Because, like, really, once there's one strain, it becomes popular. It's because that taste is popular. It's not because all these crazy phenotypes are popular. Don't get me wrong. Phenotypes are great, and that's why I wanted to talk about this. Because I always really what I'm looking for is that right genetic, that one genotype, and that right phenotype. I didn't realize there was 2. I always kept just saying phenotype and summing. You're looking for that right seed, but also grown in the right environment.
Right. I mean, like we said at the beginning, like we said at the beginning in the episode, it depends on the environment's going to play a key factor in the genetics.
Right.
Because deep down in the genetic tissue or DNA, whatever you want to say, it has that climate that it's built the environment that it had back in the day when it was started out as a landrace strain, after before all the crossbreeding that muddled it.
Shit.
You know, so I don't know. Personally, I would love to get like, I had Durban poison once. That was sweet. I'd love to get Durban poison again, or Hindu Kush would be sweet. Some Afghani.
Damn, dude. See, then you start bringing up landrace streams. Jesus, we're streaming landrace strains. It's like, it's hard for me to go back that far, because when we started smoking, we didn't see all the landrace streams, you know. And phenotypes wasn't a thing until GG4. Really, I mean, it wasn't that popular. I mean, what did you ever say anything like the number after until GG4? Or probably G13.
G13 was the one, because that was government strain though. And I was like, oh, it's the government strain. When I was like,
it's gotta be
want
the strongest.
it. Gotta try it.
Well, that's just how any strain is.
That and Pineapple
doesn't
Express
even
were the
matter.
two sucker ones for me, I think, growing up.
Well, yeah, you know how much Pineapple Express we had that was not
Pineapple Express.
'Cause
You
then once
said it,
try
I was like,
Pineapple
buy
Express,
it.
you're like, oh, okay.
I was like, perfect. I'll buy that. I'll buy this.
GG4 made you sick. That's funny.
G13 all day. You don't see your G13 around though, no more.
No, you really don't. But I mean, why would you? I mean, I don't remember it having a taste. I don't.
Because it probably wasn't G13, dude.
Who knows?
It's probably like reg G with no seeds. So like G13.
That bubblegum Kush.
My favorite story.
But just phenotypes play it's crazy how much environment plays into your phenotypes. You know what I mean? Like, I had no idea.
Dude, it does. It really does. And that's why when people are growing,
So let's talk about these sweet spots.
So those, yeah, bring that talk.
Yeah, so sweet spots, I guess. So I just want to mention, because this article on Leafly mentioned sweet spots. And sweet spots they talk about are the areas that the landrace strains grew up. Whoa.
Landrace streams.
Strains not grew up in. We're found in predominantly.
Keeps hitting the backwood. He can't pronounce the landrace strain no more. Like.
Damn, son. Damn.
Oh, that's great, man. That's
Yeah.
great. I don't mean to give you a hard time.
No, it's fair. All of this is fair. That's why I'm just like, damn, son.
It's like, come on, man.
But no, it's pretty crazy. So these sweet spots are just essentially where those strains were found. And originally, and they grow cannabis well naturally. That's kind of what it seems like, that cannabis naturally. That's what I gathered from it. So I just thought that was a neat little fact.
Well, and it was quoted by what was his
DJ
name?
Short.
DJ Short, yeah. So he's a breeder, obviously. He's got the blueberry, which is like spectacular.
Yeah, it's like well known. Which again, you need the right phenotype, but adaptation.
Yeah, if you get the right phenotype of like, you can buy those seeds, the DJ Short seeds, and hopefully you can get the one that's close to his, because his is boom. And I believe blueberry does have a little bit higher CBDs and is good for nighttime pain relief. It's one of those heavy couch locks, body relaxation ones. Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what's interesting is I'm sure when you smoke the different phenotypes, they have similar effects, but they're not always going to be the same. Because you remember that, I hate getting that disappointed feeling. I don't know about everyone out there. Let us know if have you ever had a cannabis strain like really let you down when it's like doesn't taste like what you're expecting? Because I feel like that's pretty common. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
I'm gonna go in there and get GMO and it's gonna end up tasting like musky. It'd be like, damn. What the fuck is
you're
this?
gonna go and get like a lemon and you're not getting any citrus or lemonine at all with it.
Yeah, dude. I mean that happens. They're like, hey, it's lemon, but something, and then there's no lemon. You're
like what?
What?
Seriously? But then it's like, okay, obviously that's like I don't know, like that's the wrong batch, or did they definitely picked the wrong phenol, because that's not leaning towards the lemon one, right? Or the myrcene or the GMO or whatever one you're looking for. If it's not hitting that specific one, then I don't know, just not a fan of it. I wouldn't buy that genetic again, and that puts a bad taste in your mouth, like you said.
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended.
A bad
I didn't even
phenol in
think
your
about
mouth.
But you're not going to try that strain at another shop or another grower, even if you have like cultivators that do that. Like you're not going to try it. So say it was like
that's true.
Blueberry, and you had a bad experience with blueberry. Most people are going to be turned off from blueberry at that time. Like if Medical Monday's still here, I'll use him for example on the Acapulco Gold. How it was shit out in Vegas, right? Would you try it again here? I would try. I That's why I always say I always got to try the strains like once or more than once. That's just my opinion because of different cultivators.
You have to though, because I mean, especially like the more we talk about and that's what I want to bring up. Why phenotypes and genotypes are so specific to your terpenes. Because if your phenotype environment and your genotype is different, then the flavor is going to be different. Because that's what I wanted to talk about. So that's the big thing. Your flavor changes. Does that bother you, or are you like happy when you get that personally?
No, because I'm expecting something.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying pheno hunting is like real. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't tell every cultivator out there to be like, you should pheno hunt. Like, I mean, what you
no, pheno hunt. I mean, at least try your own product and see if it's
right.
close.
But that takes time, to find it.
I don't know.
You got to smoke it. I mean, look how long it takes to grow, and you're like, shit, got the wrong one. Let's try the other one. I mean, you got to kill plants, and you got to, And then this is one thing that you brought up. You'll do like you can't. Huge room. So when you're pulling from the same mother, you're always getting the same genotype, right?
Well, you're basing it. You're getting the clone from the
right.
mom.
So that's why you want it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's like you want to find that right mother too.
Well, key. And that's why you need it to be stable. You would love it to grow fast, grow big and strong. Pest resistant. There's certain plants that we know based off the terpenes that are pest resistant.
Right.
There's a lot that goes into it when you're trying to find those strains or those genetics that you want to keep and grow long term.
Yeah. No,
there's a lot, and then eventually, I don't know how true it is, but I've heard from other people like you're gonna want to kill the mother eventually. Because the genetics will eventually degrade by doing so many cuttings years over years. So you're gonna want to just grow a new mother out of one of those cuttings, and eventually get rid of that.
Right.
But there's just so many different genetics and phenos.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Like gelato, isn't there like another gelato too? There was
33.
There's regular gelato.
I don't know, man.
There's probably and
that's
36.
the thing. You just want that taste like gelato. You just want that terpene, but really that terpene is really
gelato 41,
gelato
45.
And that's what's funny is all these terpenes really depend on the phenotype. So it's almost like
it's a gelato.
Well, no, I'm saying it almost preludes terpenes. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like you don't get the right phenotype, then you're not even gonna get the right terpene, which then you're not even getting the right hit effect. You know what I mean? Ensemble.
And like you said, man. Effect. I think me and you care. Some people don't even care. Right. They're like, it tastes like weed. You're like, damn, really?
Dude, I showed someone your boomerang. Bangerang. And they were like, smells like weed. I was like, you don't smell the lemony? He's like, no, it smells like weed. I'm like, dude, this smells like straight lemons. But I know a weed, I'm such a smoker and stuff. What's up, Nick?
We're just
okay. I just go from clone to clone to clone, never a true mother.
Yeah.
See, I mean, but how do you just save the cutting? You just save a cutting or two just in case type of thing?
Yeah.
Is that what you would do, right?
I mean, think about it here with plant.
John, what'd you smoke on?
With like plant restrictions, like you can have 12 plants here legally in Michigan.
Right.
If you keep a mother of 3 plants, then you're keeping 3 genetics all at once that are sitting there too. So you're able to grow it out, take a cutting.
Well, and that's why it's funny that people like these laws are always around. All plant count should be decreased. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like people are everywhere growing like thousands of plants.
If they want to plant count, they should do it on flowering plants.
Doesn't make sense.
On plants that are flowering,
right?
Because those are the ones.
Right.
Because you need to have cuttings to be able to keep that consistent.
Fair. That's a very good point.
No,
if it's just vegging, what was it doing?
Yeah, they should do like what they do here. Was it 8 inches wide or 8 inches tall? It doesn't count as plants. It doesn't go against your plant count and license, but they should do that. I don't know if that's how it is for adult use here, but it should be that, and it should be at least like plants vegging. Make them a foot or 2 feet tall. Flowering is where you're making flowering is where you're literally getting the bud and the weight, where you're not going to be going to the shops, in my opinion, obviously. So, but think about that though, man. You could flower 12 plants. That's enough for your household, and you'll be good. Especially if you want to make oil or not, and then you can have a continuous cycle. We don't have to go like 4 to 4 or 6 and 6 or however you want to break it down. Because trying to come up with that cycle is annoying.
Is important. Like once you get that rhythm, I mean,
you want that cycle, so you're never like
out.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. It's like I don't know. It's not funny. It's just that's just wild. So,
well, no, like because I mean honestly, there's certain strains people like to grow.
Don't give them any ideas. No, I can't do. We have enough restrictions. Big facts.
We do have enough restrictions. In
that post. I can't on YouTube. Whatever, that's important. But
yeah, dude, imagine if you could just grow 12 flowering plants, you'd be there, and then you could have like 12, 24 vegging, like boom.
People would have so many vegging just sitting on deck, and that's what you should.
But then you can trade genetics with people.
Flavors,
then
exactly.
You would be able to cross and be like, here,
exactly, dude.
Boom.
Dude, exactly. But that's why I like that. Like, but see, in T-Dub, he's not really saying more restrictions. He's actually saying give it 12 for flowering. So technically, we would get more plants because you could have, any amount of plants and vegging ready to pull from, ready to go. Yeah, so that's kind of a lot, or at least a higher limit on veg. So technically, this would increase.
That'd be
count.
Sweet.
So we're
but
trying
still
to
don't get rid of caregiver rights though. Still.
No, I'm saying increase plant count.
That's what I'm saying,
in
because
that specific way.
I believe, dude, everyone should be able to grow like 24, 36 plants. Like seriously, it's a plant. Not everyone's gonna want to grow cannabis.
Right. 100%. Well, because it's not. I mean, and everyone wants to grow cannabis. I want to grow. It is hard. It's work. It's things. You got to have the right environment. You got to set it up.
Yeah. Like we're talking about
you got to be here. I mean, here. Everyone's not here in my house, but in your house every day. You know what I mean? You got to be there working on it. So,
yeah,
right on. You know what I mean?
100%, man.
So, and that's, I don't know. Again, like this is a special. We're gonna take a second here and take a little break. But
yeah,
that's
just
why I want
to
to talk
say,
about phenotypes for a second.
What's everyone smoking on, dabbing on? How you consuming? I think I'm gonna roll up the shake. Hey, look at this.
Yeah, we're still getting used to this 2-camera setup. It's pretty neat. Yeah, it's nice. I dig it. What's everyone smoking on? Honestly, we just ripped a couple dabs before. We did an animal mince dab, and we did a.
T-Dub. I did some GMO.
Yeah, I gave him GMO finally. He gave me $10 for one dab. No, I'm just kidding.
Get out of here.
He didn't give me nothing, dude. He's cheap as hell.
True.
You ever got that one friend that's like always around to hit it, and then like doesn't have anything to throw on it? That's me. No, I'm playing. He's literally. I buy him all the time. Like that's the point of the system, right?
You crack me up,
man, that's funny as hell. That's so funny. GMO for the win. I had some GMO flour the other day that actually hit like the flavor, and a lot of times more than less, it doesn't. So that was sweet for me. I really enjoyed that. I don't even remember the cultivator, so I'm not giving him a shout out. It was a random moment. We were just like on the ride, and I was getting a dab deal. So it's like I'll pick up a pre-roll up, see what it tastes like.
Yeah, I'll go with Peter.
All right, bam.
Yeah, what was the other dab we did? I know you said it.
Animal mints.
I
love animal mints. I don't know about everyone out there, but the right pheno of a mint, a Kush mints, especially Kush mints, but animal mints, Kush mints, man. If you get that right pheno. Yeah, and GMO, I've seen GMO now only by a handful of cultivators, flower-wise, in shops. I really haven't seen it a lot everywhere. I really am surprised Han Solo Burger didn't hit the market as hard as I thought it was going to. But I think because it was so much like GMO, people are like, we get it.
I mean, the concentrate version.
And that's what Larry OG crossed with GMO was Han Solo.
Flower fire. Never smoked the flower, but the concentrate, dude. I'm surprised it didn't hit more because I actually preferred that more than the GMO, honestly.
Really? Well, I did like that Larry OG and GMO.
Dude, that was so flavorful. It was just gas on gas on gas.
God, I gotta hit him up. Akashic, where you at, dog?
Yeah, it's Christmas. Treat yourself. I want to treat myself.
Yeah, right. I should get some hash rosin. That'd be kind of nice, actually. Damn. So yeah, no, and my favorite again, when I'm gonna buy GMO, I want that garlic phenotype. I want that genotype that I'm looking for, and I know it's so picky and so bratty. But unless you'd sell that to me, if I tried your flower and you don't have that right pheno, more times than less, am I not gonna go back? You know what I mean? And that's why I was trying to say is like, if you're gonna grow a specific strain, if you're gonna grow GG4, shit is better taste like GG4.
GG4.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna come up with orange, blue, dragon, Skittle Pop, or whatever the hell, and some new strain, then it can taste like a new thing. But like otherwise, people are looking for specific shit. Phenotypes are so important because they literally.
I think that's where the industry.
Phenotypes affect your terpenes more than I could ever imagine after reading all the environmental things.
I think that's where we're gonna go in the. I think that's where the industry's going. More people are going to care for their flavors as the industry keeps evolving and growing. You're going to want to know what flavor.
Well, because the knowledge is finally, the accessibility is finally out there. So now we have the accessibility to all these specifics. Legit GG4. People can go and find GG4. If it's not through a caregiver at the farmer's market, if it's not through dispos or their friends growing or them buying seeds online, and now you can legally do it. So that's what the advantage about legal is that you can play with and find those strains finally. Because just like you said, man, more times than less. If you started smoking weed back in the day, that shit wasn't even legit.
Nah, probably not.
You know?
Unless, like, yeah, I don't even think half of it. More than half it was.
The first 5-6 years of us smoking weed was probably bullshit. Sometimes when they started getting shit shipped in. Like, at first, I feel like I was just smoking brickweed, but that's all I had access to.
That Skunk One, though, was legit.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Again.
That was legit. That was the only one I knew out of all.
Well, you knew about cuttings back then. You were getting into it heavier. I was just smoking the shit.
We were smoking, too, so much fucking weed.
But even then, it was, like, hard to find those strains, you know? And that's what kind of blows my mind. It's not easy. Cool. Getting hit with spam and YouTube. Thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks.
Yep.
If someone reports it as spam, we're good. But, yeah, phenotypes, man. So important. Anyone have, like, can you describe your favorite strain and your specific phenotype or, like, flavor of it? Because I'm really curious to see if that lines up with mine. Because that's what I've always wondered, too, now. Because now when we were talking about phenotypes and you and me, because you were talking about, you know, that, and then we basically talking about how the environment and how, you know, it adapts to its environment, right? So, like, the plant will naturally adapt to its environment. So, if it's adapting to its environment, is that changing? It's a whole genetics? Because, like, it would kind of, or its whole phenotype, excuse me. It's not going to change its genotype, but it would change its whole phenotype because it's different now. You know, if you're going to grow a Pineapple Express, and that's why I think if you have a whole room.
All lights play a huge different part in growing your cannabis, right?
But most grow rooms are full of indicas, hybrids, sativas, all over the place. Like, however it's supposed to be grown, and they just grow them at different times, but it's all under the exact same conditions. So don't you think that is pro for some and negative for some of your plants?
I think some you can figure out. Some might like a little bit warmer than other plants, and like maybe you do different grow rooms, like flowering sizes.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was kind of getting at. Is you kind of want multiple flowerings, one with a colder and one with a warmer climate, right? Depending on how long it needs to grow. A lot of your
technically the indica dominant ones,
right,
shorter, bushier, stockier plants do prefer the colder climate, while we know all the sativas prefer the warmer climate, and that's how they grow better. So yeah, I would definitely agree with that, man.
You know,
I mean, you do see rooms, and light spectrum plays a huge factor on the plants too, because LEDs compared to HPS, you can notice different hues of colors, from like purples to brighter colors, just based off of that. And by seeing that,
sorry, my dog just was running, so I was just putting him on there because it's kind of funny. But yeah,
he's on puppy dreams.
Yeah, puppy dream status. Yeah, but I just wanted to get, if you have a dog, let him know. Say hey, what's up in the comments. No, I'm just kidding. But real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Nino's Naturals. If you're looking to buy like CBD at all, coming up in the holiday season, please use Micannacast 15.
Use it at checkout.
Yeah, for sure.
They have ranges from CBDs, CBD tinctures, CBD patches, gummies, CBG. Just mention Micannacast 15 in the promotion. Receive 15% off, and it's free shipping.
Yeah, I'm putting the website below, so you'll see it
over $50.
Yeah, dude, and it's free shipping. Yeah, like Canada Dave just said. So with the 15% off, it ends up being a pretty solid deal. So please, helps us. If you're looking for CBD anyways, help us out. We love y'all. And same thing, if you want to check out our website, we really appreciate y'all. Check out the blogs. There's info.
If you want to learn
put
more,
some new blogs up there soon. And then we got merch, hats, different types of hats, and different types of shirts, different color shirts. So please, we appreciate you.
And we have an episode out with Narmeen from Nino's Naturals, where you can see the product and learn all about it from her herself, which is a great episode, and that's on our YouTube and Spotify. So
right on.
Let's look up Narmeen from Nino's Naturals.
And actually, just if you didn't catch it on the earlier part of the episode, speaking of like female advocates, Jane West was just on our podcast, and she's going to be on the episode tomorrow. We're super excited to premiere it.
Stay tuned.
Great conversation. We went over, it's like an hour and 15 minutes. Great conversation. What she went through was, like, I want to say similar to Dave's, because obviously every one is different, but it is similar to yours. And actually, I don't even know if you shared your story with her, because we were talking about so much information.
Yeah, we didn't even get time to chat through it all.
But yeah, so yeah, that's a good point. Holy crap! But you do relate to her on that point, so that was neat.
She got a charge though too with it, and then had to go through probation.
That's where you're not.
And then, well, no, luckily I didn't. But she had
fought for a long time.
Yeah, the probation thing for her though helped change and help her found women grow and help in the community and do everything that way. So it was a huge life-changing moment for her. So it was awesome to connect with her on that. Yeah, because it was a little different. I was working at a dispo. Hers was a consumption event, edible consumption event that she got in trouble at. So
crazy.
And it was legal in Colorado at the time too, mind you. So that's what was crazy, because I think it was like, what, 2015 she said?
Well, that's the thing. It's like what happened here in Michigan. It was legal, but it took a long time for it to really be treated as such, especially by law enforcement. They had a hard time adjusting.
Well, I just saw, actually, I saw this from shout out Chillinois podcast from Illinois. They are not probable smoking or weed smell is not probable cause no more in Illinois, baby. That was Illinois, right? The entire
I didn't know if it was just. I mean, whatever. I mean, it's still a step in the right direction. I mean, he shared
huge.
Illinois, so.
It's huge. It's huge.
Because that's what we need in Michigan. How the hell are they moving?
We were just talking about that last night, actually,
with Jane West. Well, no, on the stream.
On the episode,
but we also talked about it
last night.
Jane West too. Yeah.
Because that needs to change, because
so messed up.
Smelling for weed should not be probable cause. That's
not.
That is the dumbest thing. Like,
dude, because you smoke weed, like everything smells like weed now. Like your coat smells like weed. Now they're gonna search your car, like, you know what I mean, tomorrow, like because you smoked weed today. Like what? That doesn't mean shit. That doesn't infer anything. Exactly. And again, that's the same thing with like if someone really legitimate, their car smells like booze, it shouldn't be probable cause. If their breath smells like alcohol or bud, okay, well, what are you gonna do? You got caught. Like,
but yeah,
you know what I mean? If you're like, and you're blowing out smoke in the cop's face, you know, and they catch you, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you got caught. But like, I'm just saying, that's why I think, well, not in public, but in a car. I mean, I can't really.
Like those need to break down for cannabis to become more legal.
Right.
Weed smell shouldn't be, and you should be able to smoke weed out in public just like a cigarette. Like it's ridiculous. There's so much that still needs to change with it being legal. The more and more I keep thinking about it, I'm thinking of like 3-4 things off the top of my head right now.
Oh, hey, someone actually shared, John, appreciate you sharing, because I've actually never had that strain before. He said, Laughing Buddha, a mix of Thai and Jamaican from Barney's Farm in Amsterdam. I only remember it being smooth smoke, maybe a little bit citrusy, maybe giggle like a good little girl. So,
damn, what up, Jason? I didn't see your comments.
That is such a specific. I appreciate that, because first off, Thai and Jamaican, that's how weed used to be described by its area. And that's why it's so funny, is that I haven't even had bud like that. I'm so envious and jealous of people from back in the days that had those genetics. You know what I mean? Because getting your hands on those seeds in this like in this nowadays, I feel like has got to be like finding like the first edition Charizard when I was into Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? That shit was rare.
It's got to be the hologram though too. It's got to be the
That's first edition.
Yeah. First edition holographic Charizard, baby.
I had it. Some older kid traded it with me and ripped me off. My mom said
he got a Bulbasaur for the Charizard.
I got a Japanese like blue card, and I liked how shiny it was.
Oh my god!
I was like 4, dude. This kid ripped me the fuck off.
You weren't like
wherever
4.
You are. I hope you got robbed.
You were probably like 15.
I was like already through puberty. I'm fine.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I used to collect those, trade them too, so that's funny.
Really? Well, and that's kind of what you always really talk about seed chain growers and stuff being. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of laugh and you talk about seeds being like Pokemon cards.
Dude, like I had collected a lot last year. I did. I can't wait because I'm finally flowering some of them.
Right, that's true.
So it's awesome to finally be doing that. I'm excited. Supersonic, Oakland Cushmans, and...
Oakland Cushman.
Blanking on the other one.
Try that one.
Blanking on the other one. And what up, Jason? He was dabbing on that garlic breath, rosin, squish, and then smoking on soap.
Man, those soap genetics.
And then Sunshine 4 and
more.
Ghost.
You know, you're seeing those more and more.
Dude, we had like, what was it? Zope last night? Never heard of that. So yeah, I'm starting to see soap and Zope now.
Well, Zittles got popular. mean, it's been around a little bit, but only recently is it getting really popular, I feel like. You know what I mean?
I feel like it was around, though, like 5 years ago, right?
I know, but I don't feel like it was that popular back then. Because I tried Zittles back in the day. I was like, meh. Now I feel like it's getting like this resurgence. I don't know why. Zittles is back again.
Back again. Zittles back. Tell a friend. All right, sorry.
I'm jamming.
Whoa.
Oh, what's up, Dave Morgan? Sorry, man. I didn't even see your stuff over there. Indoors is about appearance. That's it. The cleanliness of 90% of the people are growing indoors all grow with synthetics and chemicals. Make herb just taste like dryer sheets. Interesting. It's a good take. The real like Gorilla Glue is only called Josie Wales, never from seed, from a cutting. And that's what remember we heard about someone having that Josie Wales cutting. I don't know if we ever tried it.
That was Death Star, Dave.
Oh, was that? Did we try it?
Yeah, we had it.
I couldn't recall. It's been so long.
Yeah, with Death Star.
Samsara seeds taste like good land delicious seeds also. Samsara.
What is it? What was it
again? Samsara seeds, good land race strains. Good land.
Oh, so those are seeds where you can actually buy? Is that where you can buy them? Oh, sweet.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Appreciate you.
Is that more Ganja Farms?
Dave Morgan.
Yeah, what up, dude?
Yeah, it's the fan.
What's up, man?
So, yeah, man. Phenotypes, genotypes, and it's so much. Like, honestly, I'm just so mind blown. Like when you see how much these people do, like going from place to place just to find that right flavor, you know.
Well, flavor's key. I mean, when we're smoking, I'm not always. I'm smoking for flavor. I'm smoking for the effects. Obviously, smoking for the effects. Sometimes you want that to just like knock you out. But like, more times than not, I'm smoking for flavor. I'm looking for a specific smoke that I like. Right. So it does play a huge factor for me personally.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, it does. I mean, it absolutely should. There's no reason why it shouldn't. You know what I mean? It should. That's the thing. Like, it should. Like, because that's what you want when you're going for bud. You're going for that specific flavor, and you're going for that terpene.
And that's why you do the pheno hunts when you buy C-packs, too.
Right, like you should.
If you get 2 packs, you might pop all 12 or 10 of them and see which one you like the best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I've kept 1 or 2 of a seed for probably...
He's like ashamed to say it. He's like
probably paranoid reasons, because like once you lose all your genetics one time, you don't ever want to lose them again. So I'd rather have that seed.
You did lose them, so
I'd rather have that.
That's a reasonable fear to have. You know, you're not like over here like making up like, oh, but if someone takes my genetics, like someone
I can't do tissue culture. I don't do tissue culture.
I hate to say it because like this is like salt in the wound for Canada Dave here, but I really feel like yeah, some nice strains back then. Durban Poison.
Durban Poison, we had the Ace of Spades.
God. Yeah,
remember the Blood Wreck?
Oh my God, the Blood Wreck, the purple.
Death Star.
We can't talk about this. I'm sad. How are you?
Blood Wreck.
How are
Did I say Blood Wreck?
Yeah, how are you not crying?
I am on the inside.
Yeah,
on the inside.
Dude, that's a shame,
hurts.
Dude.
It hurts. But you know, it's all good. It's all good. We got actually Jason popped peanut butter and jelly. It's across a peanut butter breath by Thug Pug Genetics and jelly breath from Fred the Baker. That sounds good. I've never personally grown Thug Pug Genetics, but I grew peanut butter breath a couple times. It wasn't bad. Wasn't a fan of growing it personally, but it tasted good. I like the strain.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you got a couple phenos that I liked, a couple I just didn't. So it was back and forth. I mean, I haven't tried that right peanut butter breath that was like nice. You know what I mean? Like I never really got that one. And maybe it's just the Thug Pug Genetics. Maybe I need like that in the right pheno, you know. But like finding that is
a pretty popular strain.
That is not a simple task, finding those things. You know what I mean? So
valid, man.
Wild.
I wish I could find those. Everyone would, you know.
Right. No, but it's funny how I always thought genotypes were phenotypes, and now I'm realizing how much phenotypes really is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, phenotypes is so much more than I expected.
Yeah.
And like here, like the simple math equation that pretty much like summed up phenotypes, like kind of a math equation, I guess I would say, like algebraic at least in some way. Genotype plus environment plus genotype interactions equals phenotype. You know.
Really, and that's all from Dutch Passion.
Yeah, that was Dutch Passion.
I got
some stuff off Leafly.
We didn't even go through the entire stuff today, but yeah, Leafly's got a lot too.
So
but
much.
Dutch Passion's got like a whole thing, the whole page, and on Like this thing's long on just phenotypes and genotypes. Like if you want to see more information.
Well, because
on it,
and that's why we were talking about natural environment versus what's changed and all the hybridization, because that's kind of key, and that's why I brought that up, because now that things have changed so much, like that's why a lot of research has to be done to see how these things are supposed to be growing right to their max capacity, right? And then different growers trying things and tuning it in. When someone finds that right genetic and grows it good, that's why when you're like, wow, when that tastes right, got a little hash oils on it, tastes great, white ash, you're like, whoa, that's that shit. You know what I mean? And that should be culture.
that's that top shelf. That's
tissue
that
culture, and that's, I think you brought up tissue culture. But that's why tissue culture is now a really important thing to do, because tissue culture, I feel like can be saved a lot longer than just saving a mother and over and over and over.
Well, though,
if you can get tissue cultures and save them of the right phenos, those are like gold.
Well, yes, think if this is a brand with
that's
that,
like
because
gold.
Then you could, if you have a specific strain that you only want to release once in a while, and you drop it, you can
save
kill
tissue culture.
Right, you kill all the plants because you want to grow other genetics, but then you bring that one back. No one knows. Drop it. Maybe it's a holiday strain. Maybe it's like a unique one. Like that. Tissue culture is huge because you're able to have more genetics than just because you can store it. But you got to do it properly, right? You can't mess it up. And I don't know the whole process, but you're able to store the genetics without having to keep plants because they don't count as plants. So you can have bunch of different genetics and still be growing, and that's great for small batch cannabis too, because then you can still
and
have
that's kind of your loop that you
genetics.
were looking around, like they were talking about, like saving unlimited plants. You just have tissue cultures. I mean, it'd be a lot longer of a process. You'd have to plan like a year in advance.
You'd have to be you would
plan.
I don't know how fast it grows from tissue culture to a flowering plant that produces bud.
I'm sure I can't imagine it's just about the same or long as a seed.
Yeah, it's gotta be a long.
Can't imagine it being shorter. I imagine being longer.
Right.
Like, if anything, yeah.
So,
for sure.
That's a game changer.
And it's crazy. Like I didn't even think about it. Like I always called it like, look, everything's a hybrid now. Everything's a hybrid. I never called it hybridization. But like that's a very good way to look at it, because when you're talking all these phenos, like the environment is now a new made up environment. Like you don't know what it wants. It's not natural. Something that was naturally grown in Thailand crossing with something that was naturally grown in like southern, like California or Mexico or something like that was natural born, right? Like what the hell?
What about Canada, where it's colder?
Sure, Canada, yeah, whatever, sure, Canada.
Good facts.
But whatever.
I'm doing opposite spectrums,
They would have never met naturally. So
no,
we're Frankensteining our weed, and I love it. But in a good way,
in
a bad.
That's how you get some of these great flavors.
Yeah.
And some of these ones that are like the maca mulata that I had.
It was all right,
dude. It had GMO in it and gorilla butter. I was
right.
expecting it tasted like cappuccino coffee.
Hazelnut
not even
coffee.
That, it was hazelnut coffee.
It was like a creamy hazelnut type of tone,
hazelnut
but it wasn't
coffee,
even
right.
like in the sense where it was super strong either. It was like a mild, but it was it still had some mercy in there. If it was like super strong coffees, maybe, but I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it, man.
Yeah, no, I mean we're pulling up about to an hour on the Terp Talk today. We feel like we can wrap it up here, Groovy.
Yeah,
if you're about
sure.
ready.
Yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate everyone joining us today. If you didn't catch us last night, again, Michigan we celebrated 3 years of being adult use officially here in the state, where anyone 21 and up could grow 12 plants and smoke cannabis. So consume cannabis, whatever you want to say. So that was pretty cool. I appreciate everyone tuning into that. And then everyone tuning in tonight, thank you. Like Groovy said, we have an episode dropping tomorrow. It's at 4:20 Eastern with Jane West. And we'll be going live this Saturday for our Wake and Bake. We're doing something fun again on Saturday, so come join us, wake up, bake up with us, and that's at 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Nice.
You can find me, Canada Dave, on all socials. Groovy, where can they find you?
Groovy Music everywhere. You can find me Groovy, 2 E's, no Y. Groovy Music, 2 E's, no Y. On Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever you listen to your tunes.
And if you listen to your tunes on any of those platforms, give him a follow and listen to some of his tunes out there. He's got some good music out there.
Yeah, don't even listen to it. Just put it on repeat and go away. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It's just like us. Any likes, shares, comments, we appreciate you. Without Canada Dave, I'd be drowning. I can't do social media. As you see, Groovy doesn't share all the time. I'm trying, guys. I am trying. I am writing music. I got music done. It's coming. It's just that I'm doing the podcast and
hey man, without you,
not enough time in the day.
I don't know how to be doing all the productions.
I'd
be like, let's go, enter.
All right. Well, let's get out of here.
All right.
As always, y'all, We're going to advocate,
educate,
and inspire.
Till next time, guys.
Later.
Peace.